Good morning and welcome to the Ask Weldon Show, episode 248, Breaking soloQ Mentality and Coaching TSM. I'm trying a new format for the show today. You might notice some new graphics and a new format, so let's just jump right into it. First question comes from Alec Levine.
Hey Weldon, I'm a rookie collegiate coach, and I wanted to know how I could go about breaking the soloQ mentality in my players when they play stage games.
Right. So thank you, Alec, for the question. The biggest thing to do is to start breaking it in practice. So stage is really just a refinement of the things that you do every single day in training. It's not like a separate environment, and so if you don't challenge the soloQ mentality in practice, they're not going to get used to thinking that way on stage either. They're going to fall back to that. So you have to find ways of setting aside the practice environment, making the games a little bit more stressful and holy. And one of the ways you can do that is by upping the. You can increase the consequences. You can have a best of 5 with a reward outcome of some sort. Can do something like spend a lot of time preparing for a game, spend a lot of time reviewing a game, and make the game more isolated and in its own space, like an hour before, an hour after, and then people will naturally take it more seriously. You can do things like reward habits, like consistent habits that are stage-ready habits. This is kind of like text question. Just ignore the question written over on the side here. Change the text. And you can, what are some other tips and tricks I use for this? It's kind of like the same things you do in life to do rehearsal. So when you rehearse a speech for school, just talking in front of the mirror or talking to yourself, you can talk in your head. Okay, that's one way. Then you can talk out loud. That's the step up. Then you can talk in front of the mirror. You can talk in front of your family. You can mimic it in front of a group of friends. You can put it on YouTube and get feedback. So you can do the same thing in the game. You can have them practice in front of the boss. You can have the boss show up. We did that at TSM a lot. We had Reggie come and make practice serious. We had a training environment that was kind of like a mirror where we would go and we would sit behind this official desk at Red Bull, and they would film us and we would get stage practice there. People would try to have good habits. Anything you can do to take that practice time and be like, this is special, not normal. And then the brain immediately thinks, okay, I'm going to try to have good habits instead of just autopiloting through. That's the thing that you're fighting. So good luck. Okay, announcements. I am streaming now in the evening this week. And so if you want to catch the show live, you can always come to twitch.tv/mindgamesweldon. That's where I record this show. And also, I'm going to be putting up some other content like my Weldon weeklies or topical vlogs about esports stuff. So if you want feedback on that or things that you want me to talk about, come to the stream and subscribe. Come to the stream and tell me what it is that you want to hear in the videos. And you'll also see them kind of popping up on YouTube. Also, like I said before, my site is back up. So you can go there. You can use the coupon code and you can get the Mac program and you can start training. It's live again. It's legal again. Legal, I mean that I had it set up for EU as an EU business, and I moved to US business, so I wanted to get the terms and conditions, privacy stuff squared away. So it's done. It's still the same program I made in 2015. It's mainly just the videos, 45 video course, online hosted on a website that you buy access to. You pay a one-time fee, and then you get it forever, even after I upgrade it a million times, which I plan to do eventually. I'm working on the app right now, but it costs money, and I don't have the money. Got to pay for development because I can't program. But anyway, I'm recording the content already, and the content I'm actually just throwing up on this website. So you can beta test the content as it's coming out, along with doing the old course, and also have be grandfathered in access to the app when the app comes out. So that's what you can find at that hyperlink there using that code. No other announcements. Let's jump into question number 2 from Rodrigo.
How was your experience coaching TSM, the best League of Legends team in the world?
All right, so I think it's funny I forgot to change the text on all of these questions when I was setting up the show. But regardless, what it should say is, how was my experience coaching TSM, the best League of Legends team in the world? It was pretty cool. It's pretty uplifting. I think that I would have to break that experience out into a bunch of different parcels. I got to work with Parth. I got to work with Doublelift. I got to work with Bjergsen. I got to work with TSM. I got to work with Reggie. I got to work with Lena. I got to live in Santa Monica. I got to see my kids in California. I got to live with my mom who came out to stay with us. I got to go on dates with my wife to Sawtell. I got to go to Worlds and be one of the top 4 teams in the world. Clearly, unequivocally, we were top 4 team in the world at that tournament. No questions asked. And we lost the first place to the other finalist. By the way, the other 2 finalists. We lost to the 3rd team and the 2nd team, who were in our group. It was like the most group of death group that has ever existed at Worlds, in my opinion. And so that was really fun. What else happened coaching TSM? Yeah, just so many awesome experiences during that tenure. And also I got to test a lot of theories of coaching. I got to work with a lot of assistant coaches and volunteer coaches who are still around in the scene, some of them today. I got to test a lot of my own theories of coaching and have them proven. I got to test a lot of my own theories of coaching that I thought were going to work in esports that didn't. And overall, it was a blast. I also went from 17,000 to 25,000 Twitter followers, and I went from 19,000 to 25,000 YouTube subscribers when I was there. It's kind of cool. So yeah, all in all, it was a great experience. And that's it. That's the end of the show today. I only have 2 questions. I need you guys to call in your questions at Anchor, because this show runs on questions. And if I don't have people calling them in, I can't actually do the show. So I know that it's been a hiatus for many months, and we're not used to actually having the show running and having a bunch of questions that we can answer, but now you can do it. Call in, and I will have a show up with new questions. So please do so. I will see you guys tomorrow. Short and sweet today.